Welcome into tipsforgamers.com, home of pro gamers dedicated to making the game work for you. Our motto is simple: don't just play the game, own the game. Today we'll be going over the best traits to have for QBs in Madden 21. Now make sure to help us out down below, guys, by leaving us a comment and a like and sharing our video. Let's see how many likes you guys can get this video to. Make sure to visit our website after the video is over, guys, to join our Madden group and to check out other sweet and sexy Madden content or other gaming content as well. And if you want to look like a saucy beast, make sure to get merched up because, as you all know, it's nothing personal, baby. It's just business. The first thing we would like to cover is quarterback yards versus Super Bowl wins. A lot of Madden players worry more about how many yards their QB gets rather than how many Super Bowls their QB will win over time. We hear a lot in our comments about success being graded on if their quarterback reaches 4,000 yards in a season or not. And that is the last thing you should worry about. I would rather have a QB with an average of 3,500 passing yards a season and 3 Super Bowl wins than a QB that averages 4,000 yards a season and has no Super Bowl wins. I'm sure Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees would gladly give back some of their yards for another Super Bowl ring. Tom Brady is not the GOAT because of his stats. He's the GOAT because he won 7 Super Bowls. And we will have our entire players' trait list for each position on our website and our Madden group. We'll have a link in the description below. You guys can check it out after this video. Just note that we are a small team and it takes us a little bit longer to get things done. So we will be trying to update that as quickly as possible. So if there's not a position on there, don't worry. You guys can comment down below and let us know the position you need help with, and we'll try to get to it as quickly as possible. And if there is a trait that we do not cover in this video or on our site, it is because it will not make a difference for you or the player. Also, if you are not in a simulation league, traits really do not matter for quarterbacks. Now, this is for quarterbacks. Other traits will matter even if you're in user player simulation. It will not matter. They'll have the same effect. Simulation is the only style in which traits actually matter for quarterbacks because when user playing, you are in 100% control of your QB's destiny. When in simulation, it is 100% up to the QB to perform at a high level, and it has nothing to do with you, the user. So I'm going to be breaking down one of my quarterbacks. His name is Jason Graybeard. Now, this is one of my favorite quarterbacks that I've ever had. And here's what's amazing about this quarterback. He was drafted in the 3rd round. He was drafted pick 2 in the 3rd round. So in reality, he's not that amazing, right? But if you see, his NFC Offensive Player of the Week, he's gotten this quite a bit. He's won quite a bit of awards, and he's been to 5 Pro Bowl appearances. This guy has won Super Bowls. This guy is fantastic in so many different ways. And so when I got this quarterback, this is not a quarterback who was good out of the gate. In fact, he was crap out of the gate. He just wasn't very good. So the first thing that I want to go over is personality. Now, personality, I wish that it would do more, but it doesn't. This does not matter in either sim or user play, so don't let a personality influence your decision in which QB you decide to go with. It would be nice if Madden actually made this more of an impact in either contracts or situations that happen off of the field, but they don't, so really just leave personality at the door and don't really consider it much more than that. So the next one we're going to talk about is QB style. Now, scrambling style is our favorite, but if you have a different style, then that is fine. The big thing that you want to look for is speed. Speed, speed, speed. When looking at a quarterback, it is much easier to get his throwing better rather than his speed. If you have a 70 speed quarterback, you're not going to get him fast. There's just nothing you could do. It's going to take you way too long to get him good. However, having a quarterback with good speed, like you can see here with Jason Graybeard, he is super fast. 90 speed, 92 acceleration, 87 agility. This guy is a burner at quarterback. However, we got his accuracy up and he is now very, very good at throwing. The player will change how he plays the more you upgrade certain archetypes. The player could be a scrambler and you can turn him into a balanced style QB even when it says scrambler. In Madden, you could take a scrambler and turn him into a pocket style QB to where he won't scramble at all even with this kind of speed. However, that that is not something you will want to do. You'll want to avoid that at all cost. Making the player balanced as good as possible is really what you want to be looking for. You could see here that he came in as a scrambler, pure scrambler, you can see on his traits, and we turned him into a passer. Okay, so he is 100% balanced. The next trait that we're going to talk about is the throw the ball away trait. Now, when you see this trait, most gamers would think that you want this trait on. However, you will actually want your quarterback to not have this trait. It may sound shocking to you to hear us say this, but if your quarterback does have this trait, he may throw the ball away in critical situations, causing you to lose the game. Pat Mahomes does not have this trait, and other amazing quarterbacks we have had that won us a lot of Super Bowls also did not have this trait. QBs without this trait tend to try and find an open guy and will make more plays. There's one exception to this, and that is if your quarterback is a pure pocket passer. Pure pocket passers usually have no speed to evade the defense with their legs and are subject to sacks, so you will want to have this on. Pure pocket passers tend to not win as many Super Bowls in simulation as QBs with the ability to improvise with their legs while keeping an eye out for open receivers. Through our extensive research and testing, we first thought that, of course, you would want your quarterback with the ability to throw the ball away. Now, after extensive testing, we have found that it was actually very, very mind-numbing when the quarterback had this trait, because quarterbacks would not try to make plays happen. They would end up getting a little bit of pressure, and the quarterback would throw the ball away too early and miss a wide-open guy for a first down and much more. And this would even happen on like 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, where it was like, what's the point? Either take the sack or try and get the ball out and get a pass completed. And it ended up becoming really frustrating, and we ended up losing big games with quarterbacks who had this trait on. Now, the next one we're going to talk about is the sense of pressure trait. Ideal sense of pressure is the best in simulation. There's no question about it. Anything besides this will make it harder for you to win games in simulation, even if you have a high overall QB. He will take sacks or potentially freak out in the pocket, allowing mistakes to happen. This is a trait we would not budge on, especially if the QB is coming up on a contract and you owe him a lot of money. No need to pay a QB hundreds of millions of dollars if the QB can't perform at a high level. Now, the next one we want to talk about is forces passes. It may not be what you are expecting to hear from us, but we found QBs with the aggressive enforcing passes to be very talented in simulation leagues. Ideal enforcing passes would be the only other forcing passes trait that you should look for. However, the best quarterback that you can find is going to be the ones with aggressive enforcing passes. They will make more mistakes early on in the early parts of their career. However, as time goes on and they become better, they will end up being more successful compared to the guys without it on average. And the last one that we want to talk about is the high motor trait. If the QB has a high motor trait, that is a bonus. However, it is not a necessity to have. Many Super Bowls can be won by QBs with no high motor trait whatsoever. So don't let the high motor trait change what you do in the quarterback position.